When a man genuinely likes you, he may not always say it outright, but his actions will speak volumes. While some gestures are bold and unmistakable, many of the most powerful signs are subtle, gentle, and easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Love and attraction often reveal themselves in small moments. The way he looks at you when you're not watching, the effort he puts into remembering what matters to you, or the quiet way he shows up when you need support without having to ask. Unlike temporary infatuation or surface-level flirting, real affection runs deeper. It's steady. It's intentional. It shows up not just when it's convenient, but especially when it's not. A man who truly likes you won't just make you feel wanted. He'll make you feel respected, safe, and understood. His presence in your life will bring a sense of calm, not confusion. His words will match his behavior, and his attention will feel exclusive, like he's seeing you, not just someone to pass the time with. You might feel it in the way he always finds time to check in, even during his busiest days, or how he reacts when another guy's name comes up, his expression tightening for a moment, even if he quickly masks it with a smile. You'll notice how he listens to you, not just to respond, but to really hear what you're saying. And most of all, you'll feel how differently he treats you compared to others, with care, gentleness, and a quiet urgency that says, "You matter to me." Understanding these subtle signs can help you see through the noise and recognize real affection when it's there. It's not always about grand declarations. It's often in the way he looks at you, chooses you, and continues to make space for you in his world. When a man truly likes you, his behavior will leave no room for doubt. 1. He makes consistent efforts to talk to you and stay connected. When a man truly likes you, he won't let too much time pass without making contact. He finds reasons to reach out, whether it's a simple "how was your day" or sending a funny meme just to make you smile. His communication isn't just random or infrequent, it's intentional. He wants to be part of your life, to hear your thoughts, and to make sure you feel his presence, even from a distance. This consistency isn't about overwhelming you. It's about showing genuine interest in your world. He may not always have something important to say, but he'll find ways to stay connected. Maybe he checks in every morning with a good morning message or texts you before bed to say sweet dreams. These little gestures mean more than they appear. They show you're on his mind. Even when he's busy, he carves out time for you. He doesn't ghost or go silent for days and then return with excuses. Instead, he communicates if he's tied up and makes an effort to reconnect soon after. His consistency builds trust and comfort, making you feel emotionally safe. Over time, his efforts form a pattern. You'll notice he replies quickly, remembers your schedule, and follows up on things you mentioned. That kind of attention isn't accidental. It's because he values you. It's how a man shows, without grand declarations, that he's not just passing time with you. He's trying to build something. When his presence becomes a reliable part of your day, it's one of the clearest signs he genuinely likes you. 2. He remembers the little things you say, even random details. When a man genuinely likes you, he pays close attention to what you say, even the small, seemingly unimportant things. You might casually mention your favorite childhood snack, a stressful meeting coming up, or how you once wanted to learn the guitar. And weeks later, he brings it up like it just happened. This isn't about having a good memory. It's about emotional investment. He's not just hearing your words. He's listening with care because what matters to you matters to him. This type of recall shows he's present in your conversations. He might surprise you by showing up with your favorite coffee order or asking how your friend's surgery went, even though you only mentioned it in passing. These details stick with him because he's not just making small talk. He's building a mental scrapbook of who you are. It's not about grand gestures, but rather the quiet proof that he's paying attention. If you mention being cold easily, he might offer his jacket before you even ask. If you said once that a certain song reminds you of your late father, he might send you the song on a day he knows you're feeling down. These subtle moments say, "I see you. I remember you." When a man remembers the details you forgot you even shared, it's not just sweet, it's meaningful. It shows he values you not just as someone to spend time with, but as someone whose life and emotions he wants to understand and hold close. That kind of attention doesn't come from politeness. It comes from affection. 3. He finds excuses to spend time with you, even for small things. When a man really likes you, he doesn't wait for big events or perfect timing to see you. He finds any excuse to be near you, whether it's grabbing coffee, helping you run errands, or inviting you to join him for something casual. He just wants to be around. It's not about the activity itself. It's about sharing space, moments, and memories with you. Even the most ordinary things feel special to him when you're part of them. He might say things like, "I was thinking of checking out that new cafe. Want to come with me?" Or, "I need to buy a new phone charger. Want to tag along?" These invites may seem small, but the truth is, he just wants to spend time with you in any way he can. It's a subtle way of keeping you close without putting too much pressure on the interaction. Sometimes, he might even create reasons just to be around you. Maybe he suddenly wants to learn something you're interested in, or he offers to help you with a task you didn't even ask for help with. That's not coincidence, it's intention. Even if you're busy or say no, he won't disappear. He'll try again, not out of desperation, but out of genuine care and desire to be part of your day. These efforts, especially when they are consistent, are strong indicators that he's drawn to your presence and feels comfortable around you. Wanting to spend time, even if it's just sitting in silence or doing something simple, is one of the most honest and consistent signs of affection. When someone likes you, time with you becomes the highlight of their day. 4. He compliments you genuinely and often. When a man truly likes you, his compliments go beyond surface-level or generic flattery. He notices the things that others often overlook, and his words carry sincerity. Instead of just saying, "You look nice," he might say, "That color brings out your eyes," or "I love how your laugh makes people around you smile." These kinds of compliments show that he's paying attention, not just to how you look, but to who you are. He doesn't compliment to impress you. He does it because he can't help but express what he sees and feels. His words feel warm, specific, and heartfelt. Whether he admires your intelligence, your kindness, your sense of humor, or even the way you handle tough situations, his compliments often touch deeper than appearance alone. He may also praise things that you're insecure about, genuinely trying to uplift you, not just flatter you. He might say, "I admire how you always stay calm when things get stressful," or "You have such a unique way of looking at the world." These are signs of seeing your depth and appreciating you on multiple levels. And it's not just what he says, it's how he says it. His tone, his eyes, his smile. They all carry a quiet sincerity that makes you believe he truly means it. His compliments aren't rehearsed or calculated. They come naturally, even at unexpected moments. This kind of genuine appreciation is a sign that his feelings run deep. When a man likes you, he doesn't just admire you silently. He finds ways to let you know, in the kindest, most honest ways he can. 5. His body language opens up when you're around, like leaning in or mirroring you. When a man genuinely likes you, his body often speaks louder than his words. Without even realizing it, he begins to reflect your movements, match your energy, and position himself in ways that show openness and interest. This is called mirroring, and it's a subconscious sign of connection. If you lean forward during a conversation, he may do the same. If you cross your legs or gesture with your hands, you might notice him doing something similar moments later. It's his body's way of saying, "I'm in sync with you." He also leans in when you talk, not just to hear you better, but because he wants to be closer. His feet often point toward you, and his shoulders stay squarely facing you, showing that you have his full attention. He won't turn away, look distracted, or keep checking his phone when you speak. Instead, his posture will be relaxed but focused, inviting and engaged. His facial expressions become more animated around you. He smiles more, raises his eyebrows when you say something surprising, and his eyes light up when you enter the room. He might unconsciously smooth his shirt, fix his hair, or adjust his stance when you're nearby, wanting to appear his best without even realizing he's doing it. You'll also notice he creates open space between you, not blocking himself with crossed arms or holding items in front of his chest. His body is open, vulnerable, and welcoming. These subtle cues may seem small, but they reveal a lot. They show comfort, presence, and a desire to connect on a deeper level. When a man's body naturally moves in harmony with yours, it's often because his heart already has. 6. He gets a little nervous or shy when you're close. When a man truly likes you, his usual confidence may take a backseat the moment you're near. Even the most outgoing guy can suddenly become fidgety, stumble over his words, or seem unusually quiet around you. This nervousness isn't a sign of weakness, it's often a sign of care. It means your presence affects him, that is deeply aware of you and wants to make a good impression. He might blush slightly when you compliment him, or his voice might shift in tone when you're speaking directly to him. You may notice him playing with his hands, adjusting his clothes, or looking away for a second before making eye contact again. These small, unconscious behaviors often show that he's emotionally invested and doesn't want to mess up his chance with you. In group settings, he might act differently than usual, more reserved, more thoughtful, or even a little clumsy. While he may seem confident with others, your presence triggers a mix of excitement and vulnerability that can make him feel unsure of how to act. Sometimes, he might laugh a bit too hard at your jokes or overthink what to say next. He may even try to hide his nervous energy by joking around or teasing lightly, just to keep the mood playful and hide how much you matter to him. This kind of shyness is actually endearing. It shows he isn't just trying to charm you. He's genuinely affected by you. Nervousness, when it's subtle and sincere, is often one of the purest signs that his feelings run deep. He's not nervous because he doesn't like you. He's nervous because he really does. 7. He prioritizes you in his schedule, even when he's busy. When a man truly likes you, you'll notice that you're not just an afterthought. You're part of his plans. Even when life gets hectic, he makes time for you. Whether it's carving out a few minutes to check in during a stressful day or rearranging his schedule to see you, his actions show that you matter. It's not about how much free time he has. It's about how much of it is willing to give you. He doesn't hide behind the excuse of being too busy. Instead, he finds ways to stay connected, sending a message during a meeting break, calling you while driving home, or letting you know in advance if you'll be unavailable. This type of effort shows respect and thoughtfulness. He wants you to feel seen, even when he's stretched thin. You'll also notice that he involves you in his future plans, no matter how small. Whether it's inviting you to a family event a week from now or asking if you'd be free next weekend, he's thinking ahead, with you in mind. That kind of planning isn't casual. It's intentional. Even more telling is how he reacts when you need him. If something is important to you, he makes space for it. He shows up, on time, with attention, and with presence. When you're a priority, he doesn't just fit you in when it's convenient. He makes you part of his life, regardless of how full it is. A man's true intentions show not in what he says he'll do, but in what he actually does when it counts. If he's consistently making room for you in his busy life, it's a clear sign that you're already holding space in his heart. 8. He gets slightly jealous when you talk about other guys. When a man really likes you, even a casual mention of another guy can trigger a subtle shift in his mood. He may not express it outright, but you'll sense it in small ways. His tone might change, he could go quiet for a moment, or he may suddenly seem a little distracted. That quiet discomfort isn't about control or possessiveness. It's often rooted in fear of losing your attention or not being enough in your eyes. If you talk about another man, even innocently, he might try to brush it off with a joke or playful tease, but underneath, there's a flicker of insecurity. Maybe he'll ask questions. Oh, do you like spending time with him? Or is he someone special? These questions aren't just curiosity. They're ways of gauging where he stands in your life. Sometimes, he may subtly shift the topic or try to highlight his own strengths in comparison, not out of arrogance, but because he wants you to see his value. He might also become more affectionate or attentive after such conversations, almost like a subconscious way of reminding you that he's right there. But what's important is how he handles that jealousy. A man who genuinely cares doesn't try to control you or guilt you. He simply feels a pang of emotional vulnerability. It's a sign that your opinion and your heart matter deeply to him. That tiny spark of jealousy shows that he sees you as more than just a friend, and the thought of someone else winning your affection quietly unsettles him. That doesn't mean he'll act on it dramatically. It just means you've taken a place in his heart that is not ready to share. 9. He listens attentively and gives thoughtful responses. When a man genuinely likes you, he doesn't just hear your words. He listens with real intention. You'll notice he gives you his full attention, putting away distractions like his phone or TV when you're speaking. His eyes stay focused on you, and he reacts not just to your words, but to your emotions. He notices when your tone shifts or when something seems to weigh on your mind, even if you don't say it directly. He doesn't interrupt or rush to respond. Instead, he processes what you say and replies in a way that shows he understands, remembers, and cares. If you talk about something bothering you, he doesn't just say, "That sucks." He asks questions, offers comfort, or tries to help you find solutions, whatever you need in that moment. His goal isn't just to respond, it's to connect. You might find him bringing up something you told him weeks ago, like a goal you mentioned or a story about your childhood. That's a clear sign he's invested in who you are. He remembers because it matters to him, not because he's trying to impress you, but because he truly values your thoughts. Even in casual conversations, he reflects back parts of what you said, showing that he's actively engaged. If you share something vulnerable, he doesn't brush it off. He treats your words with care, which builds a deeper emotional connection. This kind of listening is rare and powerful. It means he's not just present physically, he's emotionally tuned in. When a man listens attentively and responds with thoughtfulness, it shows that your voice holds weight in his life. It's one of the clearest signs that his interest in you is real and deep. 10. He looks at you when he thinks you're not watching. When a man truly likes you, his eyes often betray what his words don't say. One of the most telling signs is how often he looks at you when he thinks you're not watching. It's not just about attraction. It's about admiration, curiosity, and emotional pull. In moments when the room is busy or your attention is elsewhere, he steals glances, not to objectify, but to simply see you. You might catch him watching you from across a room, only for him to quickly look away or pretend he wasn't. Or maybe you notice his gaze lingering a little longer than usual when you laugh, speak passionately, or just sit quietly. He studies your expressions, your movements, your smile, like he's trying to memorize them. These unguarded moments reveal a lot more than intentional compliments or rehearsed lines ever could. This kind of observation isn't creepy or invasive. It's tender, often unconscious. He's not trying to make a move or get your attention in that moment. He's just drawn to you. When someone feels something deeply, they can't help but be visually pulled toward the person who stays those emotions. If you notice him doing this more than once, especially if he becomes a little flustered or shy when you catch him, it's a quiet but powerful signal of his affection. He may not be ready to say it out loud yet, but his eyes are already speaking. You matter to me. I can't help but look. 11. He supports your dreams and encourages your growth. When a man truly likes you, his care extends far beyond romantic interest. He becomes emotionally invested in your happiness and future. One of the strongest signs of genuine affection is how much he supports your dreams and encourages your personal growth. He's not just there for the good times. He's genuinely interested in what makes you feel alive, ambitious, and fulfilled. He listens when you talk about your goals, whether it's starting a business, going back to school, pursuing a creative passion, or simply working on yourself. And more than just listening, he actively encourages you. He offers suggestions, cheers you on, and reminds you of your strengths when you start to doubt yourself. Even if your dreams don't directly involve him, he doesn't feel threatened or distant. Instead, he celebrates your independence. He becomes your quiet motivator, reminding you of how capable you are, especially during times when you might feel discouraged. His pride in you is clear, not because your success benefits him, but because he wants to see you thrive on your own terms. You might notice him remembering key milestones in your journey, checking in on your progress, or making sacrifices just to support your time and energy toward those goals. He wants you to grow, not shrink to fit into his world. That kind of encouragement shows emotional maturity and deep affection. When a man sees your dreams as valuable and actively nurtures them, he's not just looking for a relationship, he's investing in you. It's a love that says, I believe in who you are now and who you're becoming. That's more than like. That's real respect, admiration, and care. 12. He treats you differently, in a way that feels special, protective, and sincere. When a man truly likes you, his behavior toward you stands out, not because he says you're special, but because he shows it in subtle, meaningful ways. You'll notice that he treats you differently from others. His tone softens when he speaks to you, his patience deepens, and his gestures become more intentional. Whether it's the way he opens doors, remembers your preferences, or checks in on your well-being, there's a quiet consistency that makes you feel uniquely seen and valued. He's protective, not in a possessive way, but in a way that says, I want you to be safe, comfortable, and cared for. If you're feeling cold, he'll offer his jacket without hesitation. If you're walking through a crowd, his hand might gently guide you through. These actions come naturally to him because he's attuned to your presence and your needs. He's also sincere in a world that often feels rushed or artificial. He doesn't flatter just to get your attention. He speaks from the heart. He won't always have perfect words, but what he says carries honesty. You don't feel like you're part of a game or just another option. With him, there's a quiet stability that builds trust. This special treatment often shows in moments when no one is watching. He remembers the little things, puts your comfort first, and creates a sense of emotional safety. He may not always be loud with affection, but the way he treats you consistently sends a message. You matter to him more than the rest. When a man treats you this way, it's not just kindness, it's intention. He's not just being nice. He's choosing, again and again, to make you feel cherished. And that difference speaks volumes about how he truly feels.